Hello everybody and welcome to something slightly different, an IRL video with the Cooler Master MK750. I like these keyboards a lot. I have 4 of them, but unfortunately they are either not being made or just very expensive now, so they're a bit of a pain in the arse. And this one, unfortunately, it has a couple of faults. The backspace is starting to go slightly. I'm not going to tackle that for now. We can get over that. The main issue is the spacebar. If I give you a demonstration, you know, if you're typing, you're normally hitting this with your thumb. So if I hit that side, you can see that what's happening is that the bar is twisting instead of going down. So basically, the friction for this side over time, because again it's about 3 years old, has gone down on it to the point where it now doesn't grip properly. It doesn't happen as much going that way. You can tell that's working now properly, but it's mostly that one because I normally hit it right thumb. As you can see, it just does this all the time. It doesn't actually activate the switch in the middle here. Now, how are we going to fix this? Very simply, we're going to glue the spacebar on. So, I'm going to take off the keys around the spacebar as well, just so we've got some space to do some work. He says there's chucks of that all over the place. Okay, so in order to do this, obviously, because we don't want this to accidentally get stuck, what we're going to need to do is raise up the mechanism so that we can lube it up. This has got petroleum jelly or Vaseline in it. I've also got a little toothpick and a screwdriver we can use to apply the Vaseline, but obviously we don't want to get any on the little pluses that the spacebar actually fits into, because that needs to be glued on. So I'm going to apply some glue to the switch as well, but again, that needs lubing up. So let's get on with it. What I need, first of all, this might be a good thing to use. I'm going to use the Z key to raise up the bar, and then put the pushing it under it so it's now raised. Now, can I? So you can see that's now raised up. And what we're going to do is get our petroleum jelly, our toothpick, and just go to town really in all of the places where we really don't want it gluing up. So don't want to go too excessive as well, because obviously I'm not going to be able to clean this up once it's glued on very well. So I don't want massive amounts, so that I'm then getting Vaseline all over my fingers for the next year. So that's that in. Oop, I've got a bit on there I didn't want to. Tissue anywhere. The bog roll. So we can just okay. So that's about ready for glue. We can also put this on here, raise it up, put this under, and have we got that'll do. So now we can, oh, very sorry about that. Do the same with this. Just I replaced this temporarily, well, permanently. The reason why I said temporarily is because I've technically lost it at the moment. I replaced this with a ducky keyboard. I have found a problem. That has slipped out at the other end. The post-it note. Okay, fingers crossed. This is still going to glue on properly. Okay, so now there's just this one to do, which not very happy about that. Half tempted to say I won't glue it just in case, because this is, of course, if it knackers up, what really knackers it up, if that makes any sense at all. So, I understand if we do a bit of a clean while these keys are off, I might do that. But there is now. So, and now comes the important bit, choosing what glue, because in here we have EvoStick Goop Yoo-Hoo Jake's contact. So what are we going to use? I'm going to not use, exactly upside down, Evo Impact or Yoo-Hoo or any of the other glue that I have in here really, except if I can get the lid off. Yoo-Hoo plumbing glue is what this shriveled up package is. It's gone hard, so we'll be using that tube. What about this tube? Is this tube still a bit runny? Let me this is about knackered, this tube, but if I can just do enough to do this little job, that would be great. No, I believe that has gone off. So, luckily, I do have another tube of this somewhere. So, I'll go grab some out of my box of many things, and then we shall continue on. Okay, so I've got our brand new tube of Goop plumbing glue. you're going to need to use the spike on the cap to the top. Going to use the sort of end thing. Yep. And cut off the end. Like so. Trouble is with these nozzles, you always waste like the glue that's in this bit. So we have the space bar, it needs to go that way when we put it on with the bar at the top. And all we're going to do is simply, you can sort of see the glue moving down it near the end now. And I'm just going to squeeze, where are we? A little blob on there. I'm going to use a screwdriver, but I will wipe it off, don't panic. Use it to just fold and push it in. A little bit more. One more time. I'm sort of trying to push it into the hole. It's nice and filled up. I'm going to do the same thing with these. I'm going to take it a little bit away from you, but more flat, so gravity can help us a little bit with this. Keep lining up like the middle of the foam, but of course, camera's up near the other end. Going to give it one more. Little final dose. Got to really focus on, I guess, this one on the left, because this is the one that's going to take a lot of the stress. Right, so now what I'm going to do is that on there. I'm just going to wipe the top off so the inside will be full of glue. The top won't be. That's already getting a bit tacky, that middle one, slightly worryingly. Right, okay, so I suppose it's now or whatever. I'm just going to line it up. push it up. So, while this glues, I don't want it to shift, so I'm going to have to do it like pretty much in the middle to make sure it's not rocking left and right. But while this goes off, just keep tapping it occasionally just to make sure that it's not gluing it where it shouldn't. I'm going to undo this glue. And try and wipe it out. Right, well, oh god, I forgot how much this stuff stinks. Crikey, compared to the Yoo-hoo stuff, it's completely different. Right, we'll pop that there. It doesn't feel mushy, which is good. And that, fingers crossed, is a fixed keyboard. I will come back to you with a little update when I believe it has gone off. That's already going to do what I wanted to do. That's good news. I will keep tapping the centre of it for a good 10-15 minutes. You know, not all the time, but once in a while. And then we can, I'm just tidying up in the background. We'll see how it works, because it may or may not work. As with all of these sort of experiments, I'll use a old Tesco cookies and cream thing to put all of my keys in. And I will watch Mrs. Brown's Boys and work on an aeroplane, which is what I do on my other channel. You don't know, I do have Jake Sarsey stuff where I work on planes and drones like this. Like this. Bit of a sneak peek if you want to see what it is. It's the Vortini. Have a look on the Jake Sarsey stuff channel. You'll know it's that channel because it's very similar to the icon that this channel has, if you look at the icon down there. But it's a slightly different colour, but it still has a J on it. All of my channels have J's in them, although the only ones that really use now is this one, the gaming one, and the lovely RC stuff. But yes, I will, if I forget, like and subscribe and stuff, but I will give you a little update once this is done. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Okay, so as promised, I am back and works an absolute charm. It is a little bit squidgier than it may have been before, but yeah, there is a little bit, a tiny little bit stuck in each of these that shouldn't be. Then it'll probably come out. I'm tapping that right on the edge of that, giving it some real abuse, and it's fine. So I'm going to reassemble all these keys. And I guess I get to try it tomorrow for work, so that's going to be real fun. But anyway, yeah, just to let you know that this has worked. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and stuff. Woo, zoomed in. Goodbye.